Good afternoon. I'm Erica Sargent. Governor J.B. Pritzker continuing his daily briefing on COVID-19 in the state from his home. Let's listen in.
By acknowledging all the hard work being done by the local public health departments and all of their dedicated staff there. These are people who work every day to make sure that all of our food is safe whenever we go out to eat, who investigate pertussis outbreaks or measles outbreaks. They help in certain situations to provide vaccines to protect children from dozens of preventable illnesses and so many things. Local public health officials are working to keep us safe and are making decisions based on science. They're using studies from national and international health organizations and using the lessons learned from around the country and throughout the world to deal with this virus. As we continue to fight this pandemic, it has become so clear that there are no clear black or white answers. Everything is in shades of gray, and public health officials are working tirelessly to navigate this novel virus while balancing what needs to be done to keep people healthy. And keeping in mind the very real consequences and the real sacrifices that people are suffering through as we endure this virus. Public health officials and the local health departments that they serve and lead are not the enemy. Let's remember that the virus is. So please understand the pressure that these dedicated workers are under. And with that, let me move on to the statistics from the last 24 hours. Today, we are reporting 1,677 new cases of COVID for a total of 84,698 total individuals with COVID-19 here in the state of Illinois. Unfortunately, our death total is at 3,792, of which 192 were reported in the last 24 hours. This is the largest one-day increase that we have reported thus far. Our testing capacity is increasing statewide, and we encourage healthcare workers, first responders, correctional employees, people with chronic illness, and those who are critical infrastructure employees, such as grocery store workers, truck drivers, and anyone who works for an essential business to get tested. In addition to the over 250 testing locations across the state, there are also 7 community-based testing sites, including the most recent one that opened in East St. Louis, where all individuals can be tested for free. Testing is one of the keys to reopening the state safely so that we avoid a potential second wave. To date, 489,359 tests have been performed. 17,668 were reported in just the last 24 hours. With the increase of testing around Illinois, for sure there are an increase in positive COVID-19 cases detected. That is expected. But rather focusing on the large numbers of cases yesterday, one should take into account the very large amount of specimens that were resulted. And that is the win, that we are making more tests available to all people throughout the state, and we will continue to ramp up that testing capacity. The positivity rate statewide thus far is 17%. That means that for today, again, that was calculated on a 7-day rolling average, but that means for today, we looked at the number of positive and total tests reported from May 3rd to May 10th, because there is a 3-day lag. As of last night, 4,563 people were reported to be in the hospital with COVID-19 illness. Of those, 1,208 patients were in the ICU and 714 patients were on ventilators. Of course, we know that the numbers of the people in the hospital, the numbers of people that have passed on, they're not just numbers and statistics. These are real people, and there are families and loved ones who are suffering with each of them, whether in their illness or in their unfortunate passing. We together as a state mourn for all the lives that are lost, and we pray for everyone's quick recovery. You may not know someone personally who was sick with COVID-19. You may not know someone personally who has passed on from COVID-19. But please know that people of all ages are falling victim to this new virus. This is a real disease. This is a serious disease. It's not a hoax, and people need to take it very seriously. Please continue to stay home. Please maintain physical separation or social distancing. Please wear your mask. Please help us decrease the spread of this virus, and please help us save lives. Thank you so much for your attention.